Will we be seeing Metal Sonic in the post-credit scene of Sonic the Hedgehog 3? As time goes by, we have seen that important images continue to be revealed, of the third installment of the cinematic universe of the Blue Hedgehog that we know so well. Recently, we were analyzing some of these promotional images, where we discovered that the alliance that Team Sonic has with Doctor Ivo Robotnik will not last long, because once he discovers that his grandfather is alive, and he reveals that Shadow was his creation, he will decide to betray them and join his grandfather in order to use Shadow's power to try to conquer the universe. Of course, this is just a theory that we discuss. But what if this goes further? What if I told you that Dr. Gerald Robotnik has a secret weapon that even surpasses the power that Shadow has? In this video, we will be discussing Dr. Gerald Robotnik's secret plan, and how he will introduce an adversary worse than Shadow. And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. Before starting this video, I invite you to participate in the new giveaway we will be having in this channel, where we will be giving away the first volume of Scarlet Witch by Steve Orlando, a story that will mark the future of the Marvel Universe. To participate, all you have to do is comment which is your favorite moment of the Marvel Universe. The winner will be announced on November 30th. In order to get into all this, we must understand a few things first. Let's start with the inevitable, Dr. Ivo Robotnik's betrayal toward Team Sonic. As you know, in the trailers that have been presented to us, we have seen how this third movie will officially bring us one of the most popular characters in the Sonic universe. And if you were thinking I was referring to Shadow, you're right. In this movie, there will be some changes to what we have seen in the original Sonic lore to facilitate the plot. One of these changes is that Shadow will be introduced as the biggest threat Sonic and his friends have ever faced. I would say this is a change, as in the video games it is implied that Sonic is the fastest living thing in existence. And from what we have seen in the movies, this will not seem to be the case, unless that is still the case. And Shadow is just using his chaos control ability excessively to his advantage. This detail is one we can confirm as we see that the government is unable to stop him and has to ask Team Sonic for help. And once Team Sonic face Shadow for the first time, they realize that Shadow's powers are superior to theirs combined. But Sonic won't give up so easily, leading him to ask for help from Dr. Ivo Robotnik, who until now has been the Hedgehog's main adversary. He agrees to help them stop Shadow, at least until he makes a discovery that makes him betray them. His grandfather, Dr. Gerald Robotnik, is still alive, which is another important change that will be made in this movie, since in the original lore he dies after corrupting Shadow. Once Dr. Ivo Robotnik learns that his grandfather is responsible for Shadow's creation, and that Shadow plans to use his power to conquer the universe, and that he wants them to join forces to conquer it together, Dr. Ivo Robotnik will betray Team Sonic. But this is not something that will turn out well for him, as it is speculated that Shadow will eventually realize what Robotnik is planning, and will join forces with Team Sonic to stop them. Of course, this alliance will be temporary. Since they have different ideals, Shadow will go his own way and live out the rest of his days protecting humans, just as Maria Robotnik asked him to do before she died. But what if I told you that Gerald Robotnik has a secret plan that will be a bigger threat than Shadow? This is a speculation that many have on the internet, as many have discussed the possibility of seeing Metal Sonic at some point in the movie. And if so, this revelation will be made in a post-credit scene, leaving us intrigued as to what will happen next in the Sonic universe. Who exactly is Metal Sonic? Could he be a bigger threat than Shadow? Metal Sonic is one of Sonic's most formidable robotic adversaries, created by Dr. Robotnik, also known as Dr. Eggman, to be Sonic's ultimate doppelganger and rival. Dr. Robotnik created Metal Sonic as part of his mission to defeat Sonic and take over the world. Unlike previous robotic minions, Metal Sonic was not designed as a generic tool of destruction, but as a true rival. designed specifically to match Sonic's speed, agility, and cunning. Robotnik intended to make Metal Sonic a perfect replica of Sonic's abilities, even programming it with data and memories to anticipate Sonic's movements. Equipped with a jet engine, electromagnetic powers, and extreme durability, Metal Sonic could compete with Sonic's speed and strength, making him a truly dangerous foe. In Sonic CD, Robotnik sends Metal Sonic to kidnap Amy Rose to lure Sonic into a trap. Their climactic encounter, a high-speed race through the time-warped realm of Stardust Speedway, demonstrates Metal Sonic's incredible power and speed. Although Sonic eventually defeated him, Metal Sonic would return several times in different forms, constantly upgraded and improved by Robotnik, to challenge Sonic in games, comics, and other media. This is a very important detail, especially since this character is a recurring villain in Sonic's life. And each time he returns, he is even more powerful than the previous times. How could we see Metal Sonic integrated into the story of Sonic's cinematic universe? As I already mentioned, unlike the original lore, I think that instead of Doctor Ivo Robotnik being the creator of Metal Sonic, we will be surprised to find that this character is another creation of Doctor Gerald Robotnik. Now, suppose it is revealed that Shadow was not as powerful as we have been shown all this time, and that he has been overusing chaos control to his advantage. Perhaps there will come a point where Shadow can no longer do this, and only comes to use his power at times when it is truly necessary. This puts Sonic at the advantage again, as he is once again the fastest living being in this universe. Or at least that's what we think until Metal Sonic is revealed in the post-credits scene. By this time, Metal Sonic will be a project that is not yet complete, and the only missing piece is just one thing. This perhaps being Sonic's DNA, which the Robotniks will use to make the perfect opponent for Sonic. Of course, it would have to be explained that Dr. Gerald Robotnik created Metal Sonic, since he was watching from the shadows everything that was happening with the blue hedgehog, and not having access to Shadow, he decided to create a replica of Sonic and waited for the most opportune moment to infiltrate and obtain his DNA to complete his most precious creation. How does he get his DNA? This is something that was already shown to us in the trailer, as we could see that in order to convince Dr. Ivo Robotnik to form an alliance with Team Sonic, Sonic had to give him one of his spines. But tell me what you think about all this. Do you think we'll be seeing Metal Sonic in the third Sonic movie? Would you like Metal Sonic to be the next threat Sonic has to face? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You are on The Oasis Geek.